So we at Gary's get questions all the time. One question is, how long does a wine keep after it's been opened? Well, if you don't have a fancy Coravin, which we cannot recommend enough, wines will vary depending upon their style, depending upon the producer, but in general, wines will last about 2 to 5 days after opening. Key rules. Sparkling wine. Sparkling wine will average about 1 to 3 days in the fridge. What you want to make sure that you have is a sparkling wine stopper. This will help to preserve all those fantastic bubbles. Now, those that are champagne or a traditional method like cava, they'll generally tend to last longer than that of a tank method like Prosecco. For light whites, sweet, and rosés, general rule of thumb is 5 to 7 days. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you put the cork back in and put it into the refrigerator. Fuller bodied whites like Chardonnay, Viognier, these tend to last about 3 to 5 days in the fridge. They see more oxygen during the pre-bottling aging process. For red wines, the general rule of thumb is the more tannin and acidity that the wine has, the longer it will last. Lighter bodied wines like Pinot Noir, Gamay, they'll last on average 2 to 3 days. Fuller bodied reds like Cabernet, Syrah, those will generally last about 3 to 5 days. Again, rule of thumb is err on the side of cooler rather than warm. Best to put it away in your refrigerator instead of keeping it outside. Room temperature is different for humans than it is wine. Wine's room temperature is cellar temperature, which is anywhere from 55 to 57 degrees. For fortified wines, general rule of thumb is 28 days. Port, sherry, marsala, these have been fortified with a brandy, so they have very long shelf lives. The longest shelf life is Madeira. Madeira has been fully oxidized because it's gone through a process known as the estufagem. So when you can find a bottle of Madeira, you can open up that bottle and it'll drink forever. Rule of thumb, keep it cool.